Hello, my name's Rhi. I turned 60 at the end of September, and this video is about the things that I've quit since turning 60. I hope you'll enjoy it. Hello. Now that I am 60, there are certain things that I don't do anymore. If I haven't met you before, my name's Rhi and I turned 60 at the end of September, and this video is about the 5 things that I have quit. I hope you enjoy it. Number 1, wearing makeup every day. I do enjoy wearing makeup, and when I was younger and especially at work, I would probably wear makeup every single day. I've always worn quite a light makeup. I wouldn't be someone that would spend hours on their makeup. However, I would wear makeup every day. I felt it was just, it's fun to wear makeup. You feel sort of more finished off. But now that I've turned 60, I'm happy to have my bare face exposed. There's a bit of a freedom of not having to wear makeup every day. And I think, some people don't wear makeup at all, but I feel much more relaxed about it. So sometimes I might just sort of put a bit of lipstick on. I haven't at all been using eye makeup as much. I don't know why I'm showing you because I haven't got any makeup on. A couple of years ago, I had some issues with my eyes swelling. It was while I was working, so I think that was potentially symptoms of burnout, and I had quite a few issues with my eyes swelling up, so I stopped or cut down on wearing eye makeup then. And now I'm retired. I do still wear makeup quite a lot, but there are many days that I'm just go totally barefaced, and I'm much more confident and relaxed about that, and it's freeing. I have quit buying uncomfortable clothing just because it's fashionable. I am no longer squeezing myself into something tight or, that it's difficult to walk in. I've in the past worn skirts, like pencil skirts, that you could barely walk in them. I'm not doing that again. If it's pull on, if it's got a lot of stretch, if it's elasticated waist, I love it and I don't care. And that particularly goes for shoes. I, try and keep myself healthy, try to get my steps in. If I'm not careful, I sometimes have a few twinges, only low level with my knees or my ankles. So I wear Skechers a lot, or any sort of trainers or boots that are really, really comfortable. I do still have some little heels and will wear them on occasion, but on an everyday basis, I am going for comfort. And you can nowadays get comfort and style. But it's got to be comfortable. I'm not doing that anymore. What about you? Rushing round and overcommitting, I have quit that. My life is at a much gentler and slower pace, and I love it like that. I retired a couple of years ago. I had a sort of busy job. I was working all the time, really long hours, which everyone seems to be doing at the moment. Gone are the lovely 9 to 5s. We used to think that was boring, but that seems to have gone. It's sort of working all hours, and now I'm retired. I can relax. I still have a little bit of a routine. I like a routine. I'm an ex-teacher, so I have, Mondays tends to be a day to myself where I sometimes do some filming, sometimes not. Tuesdays, I've got a community art and design club that I go to. Wednesdays, I help at my mum's and do some volunteering in the afternoon at a national trust. So there is a little bit of a routine to my week, but I do not overcommit. When I first retired, I found myself sort of planning my days. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to meet this person for coffee, I'm going to meet that person. And as much as I love spending time with my friends, if any of you are watching this, I do need plenty of time for myself. The joy of retirement is that you can wake up on days and you think, oh, whew, you can just sort of chill. I have a rough daily routine in that I like to do my stretching, I like to do my exercise, I like to get my steps in. So I've got that going on. I do a little bit Spanish daily, but sometimes it's just really nice to think, oh, today, I've got nothing planned. I can relax, or I can take myself off somewhere, or I could, do something impromptu with my partner. We live relatively near to the seaside, and we quite often go off. Gone are the days of overcommitment, busy, 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 busy. No, I'm not doing it anymore. Snacking in the evenings. I have quit that. I am trying to quit that. I have quit it for the last few months, or weeks, should I say, and it is an ongoing process. But you know, as you get older, you really do need to think about your health and well-being, and your health really is key. And one of the habits that I'd got into was over my lifetime was snacking in the evening. I think it's a bit of a stress relief, isn't it, after you've been busy working all day? And that carried on into my retirement. No, I've not been a heavy snacker, I'm not a binge eater, but it has been sometimes, after your tea, a few hours later, looking around, what can I eat now? When you sit down and watch TV, or, I've got any chocolate in the house. And I really wanted to stop that, and I've tried different things. And the most recent one that's really helped is doing some intermittent fasting. So I have an eating window which closes on a flexible basis around 7 o'clock. And it's really weird. Then I don't eat at all. Whereas before I'd be thinking, oh, I'm a bit peckish, or maybe a bit bored, or just a bit restless. And I've been looking in the kitchen cupboards or the fridge, say, oh, shall I have a yogurt? You don't always want it. So I am so, so glad that I am well on the way to quitting that habit and focusing on my well-being. I think this is 5 now. I've quit working. I have quit working. I retired early a couple of years ago, and it is the best thing that I ever did for my physical health, for my mental health, for having a sense of freedom and enjoyment about life. Quitting working was the best thing I've done. And I know there'll be many people watching this video who are still working and have to keep going on until state pension. But I would say to you, if that's what you have to do, just try and worry less about work, or give it slightly less priority. Of course, do a good job, but there is a life outside of work, which I've really, really discovered. Retiring early, which I was so lucky to do, meant that I've got my freedom, that I can really sort of focus on the things that I want to do, spending time with my that's a bit of a Freudian slip, actually, because I was going to say spending time with my friends and my family and my partner, which is lovely, but also spending time with myself. I'm what I call a sociable introvert. So I get my energy, I renew my energy by time alone, sort of spending time just being by myself, whether that's quietly walking, whether it's reading a book, whether it's a bit of meditation, whether it's writing in my diary, whether it's thinking of things for, my YouTube channel. So I do need time alone, and quitting working has given me that opportunity. Now, I absolutely loved my job, and when I was working, I put my whole self into it. But it did mean that I worked hours and hours and hours. I was always working, and it did lead to burnout in the end, which is no good for anyone, is that? And over that time that I was working, I prioritized my work over, myself and relationships, and everything kind of in the background took second place, and that's not good. You have to prioritize what is important to you. And now, oh, that sense of freedom that I have now, my life stretching ahead of me, only good things. So, if you're still watching to the end, thank you very much for watching. It'd be really good if you put in the comments the sort of things that you've quit, at any age, doesn't matter what age you are. But yeah, it is interesting that as you get a little bit older, that you get more confident in saying, no, I don't want to do that anymore, and I'm not going to. And as I was planning for this video, I thought of loads more things. Maybe see how it goes. That'll be for another day. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Makes a big difference to me, helps me to grow this small channel. Hopefully I'll see you again in another video. Take care.